everyone. Today we're going to talk about your obligations when you start a company with somebody. So this comes up at my law firm in a couple of different ways. Sometimes I have people coming to me saying, we want to start a business, and maybe all the people involved in this new venture have their own businesses already. So they've already had some experience with starting or running their own respective businesses, but they want to combine their skill sets to create a new business. Great, awesome idea. But so with that comes some obligations that people need to understand. And then the other way that it comes up in my law firm is someone coming to me saying, I just can't do it anymore in this company. I don't want to be a part of the company anymore. And, I have my own thing and I want to continue doing my own things. And some of our customers through the company are starting to now come to me to provide services. And so what do I do? How do I get out of the business? And I want to run my own thing. So that's where, we all need to sit down and take a look at what your respective obligations are if you start a business with someone, or if you're currently in a business with someone and, you want to leave the business. So the first thing I want to talk about is the concept of fiduciary duties. So in Ohio, when you start a business with somebody, when you become a member of a company with another member, you owe obligations to them and you owe obligations to the company. They're called fiduciary duties. And the first of those is called the duty of loyalty. So duty of loyalty, rule number one, if you've made any money using the company or the company's property, you need to account to the company about that money, right? You need to tell the company, hey, this money came in, it came into me personally, it shouldn't be. So that's rule number one, right? Like, you're not allowed to earn your own money using the company's name or using the company's property, right? If you're earning money and it's under the umbrella of your company, that needs to go into the company's bank account and it's company money. So that's rule number one. You need to account to the company and your partners if there are dollars coming into the company to you personally. So duty of loyalty, rule number one, if money's coming into your pocket, it probably shouldn't be if you're using company property or doing work under the name of your company, right? So any money that you're earning is the company's money. So you need to account to the company and your partners for any money that's coming to you personally if you're doing business under the company's name or using company property. That's rule number one of duty of loyalty. The second rule of duty of loyalty is to just refrain from doing anything adverse to the company, right? So that involves you don't become business partners with major competitors of your company. Your loyalties lie with your company. And so you take no steps that could be seen by anybody as adverse to the company. So that's rule number two of the duty of loyalty. Rule number three of the duty of loyalty is don't compete with your company, right? So you can't have a company that provides X service and then, go over and start another company providing the same service, right? Or you can't go provide that service to another company that's a competitor of your current company, right? So there are lots of rules around what constitutes competition, and, you can certainly make exceptions, and you can even pretty much take out that competition provision in your operating agreement. But my point is that this is something you need to talk about with your partners as you're forming your company. The next big fiduciary duty I want to talk about is called the duty of care. And what that means is that you need to just act like what a reasonable person would do under the circumstances. So you can't act grossly negligent, which is a pretty low bar, but you don't want to be dealing with that in court, right? So you don't want to be making decisions that are just reckless, right? So if you're a member of a company and you have the ability to make decisions for your company, make sure that you understand what you're allowed to do, understand the parameters of what you are entitled to do as a member of the company, so that, no one's calling you into the courtroom saying, you made this decision and it was reckless, it wasn't in the best interest of the company. So just make sure that you understand that, you cannot operate reckless. You can't be negligent when you're running a business with other partners, or even if it's your own business. But the point is, you you owe a duty to your company and to your partners to act with a certain level of care when you're making decisions about the company. The last fiduciary duty is called the duty of good faith and fair dealing. And basically that sounds just like what it is, right? So, you use your good faith. If you say what you mean and you do what you say, and you're a straight shooter with your partners, right? You're not being deceptive, you're not omitting information that's relevant to the company, you're just being upfront, and you're acting like an honest, good partner would. So that's what that means. And you just need to be fair, right? So, you're not hiding money, you're not taking side deals. So that's an obligation that you have to the company and your partners. So all of this sounds pretty straightforward, but you would be surprised how often things go sideways when people start a business together. So these are things that you need to understand and talk about as you're forming your company. And if you're thinking of trying to leave your company, every bit as much you need to be thinking about these things, because what you don't want is to end up on the wrong side of the law if you're taking, customers that otherwise would be going to your business that you have with other members, right? So you want to understand these, and you want to talk to a lawyer if you are trying to form a company with other partners or leave a company that you have other partners. So there's nuance to this stuff, and it's always helpful to have some guidance from a lawyer. So if your partner does breach a fiduciary duty owed to you, or if you're thinking of breaching some of these fiduciary duties that you may or may not owe to partners in a business, just be aware that, the courts are structured to provide damages in these types of situations. So you can have compensatory damages or punitive damages. So compensatory damages are in line with just making the company kind of whole. So basically they look at what happened, and if the company sustained damages, then you may find that you have an order from a court saying that you need to repay whatever damages the company sustained. And punitive damages are like exactly what it sounds like. They're to punish you for this behavior, right? So, they're on top of the damages that were sustained by the company. They're to punish you for the bad behavior, and usually that may involve like attorney's fees, or an amount of time that the company had to spend kind of coming after you to get you to stop doing a certain thing. So, and then the last thing I want to talk about, if you are a member of a company and you're in a position where your partner is taking work that would otherwise be coming into your company, diverting work somehow off to a different company, you can file an injunction to stop that behavior. That's totally within the realm of possibilities. So that's just an option if you're somebody who's in a company with somebody who is, has one foot out the door and is starting to take clients away. So my name is Melissa Wick, and I own Wick Law Offices. We're a small business law firm. We help small business owners with many facets of business ownership. And we're here in Columbus, Ohio. My phone number is 614-572-6366. Thanks for watching.